Hi guys, I just thought I'd go through a quick way in which you can draw graphs which have this sort of format. So a number of x's plus a number of y's equals another number. Now it is a rearrangement of y equals mx plus c, but sometimes it's neater because if these were in y equals mx plus c forms, they would have fractions, and these don't have fractions, and that makes them neater and in some ways easier to draw. So let's start with this one, a nice easy one, x plus y equals 7. Now I'm interested in lots of points along there, but the main ones that I'm really keen to look at are where it crosses the axes. Now along this axis, you can see my x value is 0. So if I in x plus y, y equals 7, if at the point 0 something, that means that x equals 0, I'd have 0 plus y equals 7, and I think that's clear that means that y equals 7. So looking again, x plus y equals 7. This time, so actually that 0, 7, we'll put that up there. This time I want to look where it crosses this axis. Now on this axis you'll see that the y value is 0. So if the y value is 0, and then so we've got this coordinate going on so far, that means that x plus 0 equals 7. So I think quite clearly that would show you that x would equal 7. So I can put that in there like that. So that would be that point there. So this line goes in between those values. Like that. So where it crosses the axes is the important bit. And the name of that line is x plus y equals 0. Remember, always important to label it. Now I'm going to follow through that same process each time. So I'm going to look for the one along this side and the one along this side. So here I've got x plus 2y equals 8. On this line the x is 0, so it's 0 something. So it's 0 plus 2y equals 8, which I think means that 2y would equal 8. So 1y would equal 4. So 0, 4 is my place along that axis. Now if I was to look at it again, x plus 2y equals 8, then along this axis the y value is 0, so I'm going to go for something 0. So if y is 0, then 2 y's, 2 lots of nothing and nothing, so x plus 0 equals 8. So I think that means that x equals 8. So that point is there. So I can join those 2 points together. And that gives me the line x plus 2y equals 8. So we're continuing working on where they cross the axes. So when I'm looking here and I want to look at 0 something in 3x plus 4y equals 12, 3 zeros are 0 plus 4y equals 12. That means 4y's are 12, then 1y would equal 3. So 0, 3 is there. And if I'm going to do something 0, so that would be along this line in 3x plus 4y equals 12. So the y is 0, so 4y's would be 0, so 3x plus 0 equals 12, which means that 3x must be 12, which means that 1x would be 4. So 4, 0 is where that one goes. So this line goes through just here. And again, let's label the line 3x plus 4y equals 12. One final one. Again, let's look at where it crosses the x-axis by doing where the y-axis, so it's where x equals 0. So 0 something, I've got 6x minus 2y is equal to 12. If x is 0, then 6 zeros are 0, minus 2y equals 12. To find what y is here, I need to divide both sides by negative 2. So let's look at minus 2y equals 12. Divide both sides by negative 2 and get y is equal to negative 6. So that is 0 along negative 6 there. And again, looking at when y is 0, 6x minus 2y equals 12. If y is 0, 2 y's are 0, so I've got 6x take away 0 equals 12. So I think that means 6x is equal to 12. And if 6x's are equal to 12, then 1x will be equal to 2. So that goes there. So this line here comes through these points. And remember, let's label the line 6x minus 2y is equal to 12. So important thing to notice when you've finished is if it's all positives, they're going to come down like that. And as soon as you put a negative in, it changes that direction. But it's always, you can start off, always find my green cross by making x equal to 0, and find my red cross by making y equal to 0. And I did that every time. Green cross x equals to 0, red cross y equals to 0. Green cross x equals to 0, red cross y equals to 0. Green cross x equals to 0, red cross y equals to 0. Every single time. Follow that routine and you'll have no problems doing these at all. Okay?